Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Boy Blues, 1975. Using words on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug me. Long Boys Blues, 1975.
Hey YouTube, Longboys Post, and welcome to the Wednesday vlog. Actually coming to you on a Wednesday for a change because I've just finished work and it's far easier to, I don't know, keep a schedule going when it falls in place after a work day. I've had like 2.5 weeks off and, excuse me, I obviously had breakfast. I'll show you a picture. And yeah, got my kind of sleeping habits back to like normal, well, non-night worker normal, and so yeah, completely threw my schedule out and everything. A couple of things I want to talk to you. You've read the title. Yeah, that might seem a bit extreme, but these are my thoughts on it because I'm being asked a lot if I'm going to buy a Nintendo Switch. But we'll get to that. Yeah, this is a new camera, a very cheap camera, because my old camera died. It died a few years ago, but kind of, you know, like Lazarus and shit came back to life. And it's a shame because it just fits so well. I mean, I've got a capture card, but I need a new laptop to use that. So it just fits so well where I set up to record, you know, videos and stuff like that. And this one doesn't, which is really, really annoying. And then a backup one from a few years ago, only SD definition, but it just crops videos and it really annoys me. Yeah, I'm low school, low tech, you know all that. The only interesting thing about this camera, which I'm liking really, really, you know, a lot so far, is it's got night vision. I didn't think night vision was to preserve of cameras that, you know, were literally half a ton in price, you know. It's like proper infrared night vision. It's fucking fantastic. I've had so much fun with it. Definitely going to, seriously, true story. Film some graveyards, Ghost Adventure style. No, not, but I am going to film in some graveyards just to test it, to get some kind of, you know, creepy footage. But yeah, never mind. Random. Now, what I want to talk about is I really got to stop. I apologise, I do it every week. I've got to stop having breakfast before I do the Wednesday vlog. I mean, mainly because I'm hungry because I've come home from work. But bacon, eggs, in this case, turkey drummers as well. Not the greatest things to line your throat with before you have to talk or discuss. Attitude, if you will. But yeah, basically, title. I'm sure I'm going to get a ton of hate from fanboys, but in my defence, I was a Nintendo fanboy, and I'm feeling let down by the. When I'm touching my Rovers badge, because they're awesome. That's why. And I'm feeling let down by them. But no, unappreciated, or my loyalty unappreciated as a, you know, a loyal customer, and that's why I want to talk about this. But yeah, I mean, it's only natural that coming up there with obviously the Switch just around the corner. And as someone, you know, when you're a gamer like me and you're in this community, then people will always be interested as to, you know, whether you're going to get one or not. And if you're going to get one, absolutely fantastic. This is not, you know, this is not about the system as such. Although I will get to what I think of it in a little bit. I have touched upon it before a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago. But you know, if you want to get it, great, good for you. It's your choice, it's your money. While I would say I was a Nintendo fanboy, I'm not one of those people that say you can't have something because it's made by someone I've not bought equipment from, or I don't agree with it. This, you know, that's not how it works. You earn your money, buy whatever you want. You know, that's why you work. You know, it's our reward. It's why we can have nice things. See what I did there? But yeah, so people are always surprised, and it's like from what I've read about it, right, I know loads of people are stoked about the concept. I'm not. I don't. I mean, this is a video I did do a while back, which is, do we think Nintendo should just make a more traditional console, just go brute horsepower? And you know, I think the majority of people agree with me, which is that's what I want from Nintendo. I want a more traditional console, or would want if I was going to carry on, you know, supporting them. We'll never say never. I don't want to sound bitter because I'm not. I just feel let down, but. Yeah, so I look at the Switch. It's like I don't really want or need that from a console. If I'm buying your main system, personally on it, be perfectly honest, I want a home system. I don't want a system that's, you know, 50-50 divided between playing at home and playing on the go. That doesn't work for me. And build quality and stuff like that. How does it work? How durable is it going to be if you're constantly popping in shit like that? Because we all know how expensive replacing specific Nintendo, items are for systems and things like that. So yeah, like I said, I don't think it's stupidly enough powerful. I think Nintendo are going in the route they've always seemed to go since the Wii, which is we have to do something different, which is all well and good, but how's that worked out for you recently? So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Switch. I think it's quite expensive for what it is. Again, never say never. One shows up in my neck of the woods for absolutely fuck all. I know that makes me a hypocrite. Well, no, it makes me cheap, doesn't it? Then I probably would buy one. But my biggest problem with Nintendo right now is I don't think they treat their loyal customers well enough. I mean, the Wii was phenomenal. Like, well, you got your N64 that was right. We're talking obviously the NES and the SNES were phenomenally successful, and they've obviously always been trying to recapture that. And N64, I don't know how successful it was. It wasn't mega, was it? But it's not SNES successful, is what I'm trying to say. And then obviously the GameCube, that don't get me wrong, because the GameCubes were my fanboyism. Well, no, my fanboyism started with the SNES, but I didn't have an N64, but I had a GameCube. That was, that I really liked the system, but that kind of tanked, didn't it? And then you had the Wii, which was, maybe, and people argue because it was its gimmicks and shit like that, but no, you can't argue with its sales. It absolutely, skyrocketed. And then it got cancelled after 5 years. And lots of people were like, oh, well, it wasn't powerful enough. And it's like, but no, it never was that. That was never about what its system is. I mean, I know I just said I don't think the Switch is powerful enough, but markets have changed since then. Nintendo have proven this with the Wii U that because that hit a nail on the head then and was super successful, doesn't mean you can go that route again. But yeah, it was successful. And what do we get? We get a 5-year lifespan. I know lots of people say that's alright. Well, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, like Mega Drive, things like that. I've been spoiled. I know that. But then to some degree, then I think it's perfectly acceptable to expect that level of a lifespan again. So, but I have fond memories of my Wii. I liked it. Then when the Wii U came out, I was a bit, skeptical, and I wasn't really interested in going the route of the PS4 or the Xbox One. More so now, but not so then. But then that was kind of tainted by the whole, it's not going to be backward compatible. I know they fixed that because, well, I think they kind of forced you, didn't they? Well, the Xbox. And the fact that when limit the number of times you could play used games or things like that put me off then. And I thought, you know what? No, I'm going to go with the Wii U. Yeah, right. We only got 5 years with the Wii, but this is a more powerful system. Maybe we'll get more. They didn't market it properly like that. They lost their third-party support. They didn't handle the console with the respect it deserves, I believe. And it tanked, absolutely tanked. I adore mine. I absolutely love mine. But there's this wash their hands off stuff I feel at the moment. Which they didn't really need to do with the Wii. Again, these are just my thoughts. Obviously I could be a million miles off from everyone else, but they didn't really need to wash their hands of the Wii because the number of units they sold. I still think there was life in that horse. And then their decisions ultimately are what cost the Wii U. They didn't handle it properly. Launch like that, marketing. I can't even remember thinking I ever saw an advert on TV for it when it was launched. And then to date, I think seriously, I've only seen. Honestly, I can't say I've probably seen more than, maybe that's my TV habits to some degree, I don't know, 25, 30 commercials for it, and most of those were games. It was never, the hardware being promoted. So the fact that this has been scratched already, this is where my bad taste starts to, come from, because it's like, I've always supported you, Nintendo. I've had fun at you and everything, and sometimes it's not necessarily your fault, or sometimes it isn't, ultimately blunders happen, but this pulling in the plug on it now, yeah, I understand it's not that successful, but it reeks of the Sega from the late 90s, which is bollocks, we balls that up, something else. Oh, bollocks, we balls that up, something else. And treating your fans or your loyal customer base just because they stuck with you and your Mega Drive was phenomenally successful, you're like that, and thinking there's only so many times you can pick the pockets of the people who are loyal to you before even they go, look, I can't keep doing this. You're treating me like a chump, basically. So yeah, that to me, the fact that they're cutting the Wii U off and calling it short and just right, fuck it, we'll go on to the Switch now, and yeah, everything will be fine. And people will be like, oh, I'll be like, oh my god, I sound like a teenager there. I'll be like, it's not going to happen this time, is it? Is it? We don't know that, because everyone I remember talking to back, well, not back in the day, a few years ago, saying, "Oh, I'm totally getting a Wii U. I'm totally getting a Wii U." And so while everyone's pumped in saying, "Oh, I've pre-ordered my Switch and I'm totally getting a Switch," I remember the exact thing being said back then, and seeing people's till receipts saying that they've pre-ordered and stuff. It doesn't mean it's going to go Nintendo's way. Maybe it will. I'm not saying it won't. I don't want people in a year's time to go, "Ah, you got it wrong." Again, this is just my thoughts on being a little bit let down. But there's no guarantee. So what do they do then? Do they just cut that clean and do something else? We're not made of money. All right, some of us are, but it's not that. I just feel kind of a lack of respect. I know people say they're a business and they're in the market to make money. Yes, but you should still respect people. And particularly like the one that really annoys me, where I just think manipulating the market to make yourself the number one thing to own that time. Like, let's be honest, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. They did that with the original Wii. Granted, I got mine, but to make it the number one toy for 2 Christmases, at least consecutive Christmases in this country, that was foul play. People wanted it, Yeah, all right, maybe because the GameCube tanked, but no. We pay your bills, basically. Give us some respect. But the fact that they broke that out again, I know people say no, they didn't. It was shortages on the Mini NES. Bollocks, was it? That was absolute cold, calculated marketing. Or fiddling or controlling of the market, which I just think, knowing that we all knew that the Wii U was on its last legs, them to do that to people who were still loyal to you, that's 2 flicks in the nuts with a wet towel right there. And it's this that's just made me, like I said, never say never. It's super cheap because I'm super cheap, but it's this kind of being treated like a cash cow to constantly fund their mistakes. Alright, I know the Mini NES wasn't a mistake, if you know what I mean. It's I don't know, it just makes me feel unappreciated. As an individual, my opinion doesn't count, isn't important. The only thing that counts is my wallet and their success. And yeah, again, I know we live in the capitalist world, but that's my thoughts. I feel kind of, as someone who supported them for so long, hell, since I was a kid, basically, and not just these things, handheld systems and stuff like that. I feel a little bit unappreciated and left out in the cold. Anyway, just my thoughts, but what do you think? Are you super psyched? You just think, oh, these things happen if you've owned them, that is. Oh, I don't care, we have to carry on, move forward, and I'm going to buy one, and that's business, I don't feel let down, that's just the way it works. Or are you like me, where you feel a little bit left down by Nintendo? Just basically a bunch of notes is all I am to them. Dollar signs in eyes and stuff. Anyway, as always, I would love to know what you think, and thank you very much for watching. Oh, and if this looks shit, I don't know. I've not actually recorded anything on this camera and put it on my computer, so if it does look shit, it's going up shit, because I doubt I could remember any of this again, and I like doing my vlogs off the cuff. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.